Hello, this is Mad Cat, the angry egalitarian that discusses this and that. Today is another episode of Things That Feminists Say. And remember, just because you're already going to do something doesn't mean you can use it as a platform for your politics. That's going to make sense a little bit in our next story. So, admit it, you're looking at my ass right now. It's okay to admit it. I know you are. I'm just like so disgusted right now. I can't barely look at any of you with just the things that feminists say. So, this is just horrible, horrible stuff. Although I guess I shouldn't really be surprised, in all honesty. I mean, all the crap they say. All right, so. Oh, let me refresh this over here. All right, so I'm still shilling for this. Got 8 days left at 666. As funny as that is, and I kind of want it to stay at 666 because that's just hilarious. I'm sure Pub Slush has never had it at 666 before. I don't think anyone is that funny or cruel, but yeah, I'm still at 23% of my intended fund, and I would love to get to as close to this number as possible. So, hold on one sec. Let me put my. I'm sure that sounded weird. That way you don't hear all my breathing. So, I would like to get to 3,000 or as close to 3,000 as I can. I wouldn't be too upset if I ended on 666. I'm an atheist, so I find it funny. But any help you can give, it's madcat.pubslush. So that's madcat.pubslush.com. And this is just to help me, a disabled man who can't work, who can't get on disability, to try to make some life for himself to take care of himself. So you can get a free ebook right now so you can see what my story is about and get a sense for who I am. It does need some editing, of course. That's why I'm doing all of this. But, I've done the best job that I can do on my own, and I take this very seriously. So, all right. So we're going to do 2 stories today. We're going to start with Ann Wheaton, and this is on the Mary Sue website, which, as I've said before, what was stupid bitch already taken? I mean, you call yourselves the Mary Sue? You glorify Mary Sue? Are you insane? But anyways, and it's kind of fitting that the Mary Sue covers Will Wheaton's wife, since Will Wheaton's character on Star Trek The Next Generation was a Mary Sue. Anywho, and then we're going to do a video. I'm going to watch a video and kind of respond to it. And it's very disheartening what you see in this video. But all right, so Ann Wheaton tricked Gamergate into indirectly donating to Feminist Frequency. You troll girl! Okay, did anyone know that Will Wheaton had a wife or what her name was? Because, honestly, I just thought he was dating Felicia Day or something. I didn't know that Ann Wheaton was an actual person. I didn't even really know he was married. I didn't really care, but I'm glad she's found a way to find some importance that's not related to Wheaton. Or is it that she can only find an audience because she's connected to that asshat? Ugh. She's wearing a picture of a adolescent boy on her shirt. I'm just saying. Ann Wheaton, Vandal Eyes genius and wife of Will Wheaton, glad we pointed that out, did an experiment on Twitter yesterday which led harassing Gamergates into causing donations to be made to one of the organizations they despise the most, Feminist Frequency. In a post on her blog the other day, Wheaton detailed her time at the Calgary Expo and included one paragraph relating to Gamergate honey badger situation we previously reported on. As much as let me do my girl voice. As much as I enjoyed meeting and seeing all those wonderful people, I also know there can be people out there who look for opportunities to try to be hurtful and harmful to people who just want to enjoy a convention experience. Yes, we call them feminists. I know this can happen. I know this happened at the Calgary Expo this weekend. Yes, the feminists kicked out the honey badgers. I'm glad we're in agreement here. And the staff and local authorities handled the situation immediately. Well, that is true. They did handle this situation immediately, however, in the wrong way. It's an unfortunate world we live in where angry, unhappy people try to find ways to take the joy of life from someone. Perfect explanation of a feminist. But it was obvious by the thousands of people at this convention that it wasn't going to affect their enjoyment of this weekend. Well, you know, we all know that she's talking about the honey badgers and how they were kicked out and blah 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 blah, but yeah, she got attacked for this pretty much. Apparently some people did not like what she had to say, and she started receiving nasty messages on Twitter. Here's what she decided to do. Not that it shows the nasty messages she saw on Twitter. I know I'm a good person, and I do what I can to make a positive difference in the world. For days, I've been attacked by terrible people. For every angry, hateful, or disrespectful tweet I receive from a Gamergate person, I'm donating $1 to Feminist Frequency. I'm already up $67. Okay, so how do you know that they're Gamergate? I mean, a lot of people do list that they're Gamergate in their tag, but not everyone does. Is that your only thing? Is if they have Gamergate in there, then they're a Gamergate person? I mean, that's a legitimate thing, but you're not really explaining how you define a Gamergate person. I will not engage in your comments. Isn't this post here engaging in their comments? Gamergate people. But I will mute you and donate $1 on your behalf to Feminist Frequency. Weren't you already going to mute people as it is? And it seems like you're already going to donate to Feminist Frequency anyways. I am capping my donation tally at $1,000, but if you feel like matching or contributing to Feminist Frequency donation, feel free to do so. What conviction! Oh, I'm going to donate every dollar of every person that harasses me about my comments about the honey badgers and Gamergate, but I'm going to cap it at $1,000. Why don't you show some fucking cojones, you stupid whore? Why don't you actually say, I will match every tweet. Stand by your convictions. Don't just later say, oh, I only meant it for $1,000. I mean, if you didn't say that in the first fucking place, get the fuck out of here. I mean, you say this like 5 minutes later from 12:11 p.m. to 12:16 p.m. and you're capping it at $1,000? Because you better believe if you actually had the balls, if you had the ovaries to really put your mouth where your money is and actually donate based on the number of tweets you get, I'm sure Gamergate would ensure that you spend $100,000, if not $1 million. And yes, there are that many of us out there. And if you had any courage at all, we would bankrupt you overnight. But that's where all of this comes into fuzziness, is that you're already going to donate $1,000 to Feminist Frequency, and you use this as an excuse to say, oh, well, I'm donating every tweet I get. $1 for every tweet. Why not 50 cents for every tweet? Why not $10 for every tweet? You're already going to do it and figure out a way to make it look like you're being a victim while making Gamergate look bad and doing something charitable. You're a fucking whore. John Scalzi, dear Ann Wheaton, I'm matching your pledges to Feminist Frequency to $1, so that'll be $2 for every disrespectful tweet. Okay, John Scalzi, you're a fucking whore. I mean, you might be a great writer and all of that, and I hope to read your books one of these days, because, you know, I hear good things about them, but it doesn't mean I have to like you as a person, you fucking moron. And then Tom Van Der Wardent will do $3, but only up to $500. How about, instead of this song and dance, you just say, you know what? All the bad things that I'm getting from people, I'm going to show them up by donating money to Feminist Frequency. You doing this song and dance makes you a whore. If you just said, you know what, I'm donating because I need to feel good about myself, or I need to show the world what true charity is, I couldn't touch you. I couldn't touch you for wanting to donate to someone that you believe in. But this song and dance really shows what you're about. And now you got John Scalzi trying to catch in on the coattails of whatever the fuck you're trying to do to try to bring more attention to himself. So he's also an attention whore. And whoever the fuck this Tam Van Der Wardent is, $500. So they're not even matching her. So it's more like you're doing 50 cents. So it's $2.50 for every tweet. Don't try to do that. Oh, it's $3. Make that $3. No, it's not fucking $3 because you're not matching their donation. It doesn't work like that. You're doing 50 cents for every dollar they donate if the cap is at $1,000. I mean, I know you people are somewhat intelligent, so that means that you would have to know some level of mathematics. You're the best, John. That's $1 for every disrespectful Gamergate tweet to Ann Wheaton. Mind you, not to me. To me, I'll just laugh and mute their asses. Well, go ahead and fucking mute my ass, John Scalzi. And Ann Wheaton, while you're at it, go ahead. Tom Van Der Wardent, go ahead as well. And Mary Sue, you probably should mute me as well, since that's your only way you can respond to these people, is to use them for your whoring. Funny how quiet it just got. Really? Because you capped at $1,000. So, I mean, does it really matter at this point? Or how about the fact that you muted all of them? You said it yourself. I'm capping at 1,000. Oh, wait. No. Where'd she say it? I will not engage you in a comments, Gamergate people, but I will mute you and donate $1. You fucking muted them, you stupid moron. Of course you're not getting attention. You're muting the people who were giving you attention. Are you this stupid? Seriously. I mean, you're married to Will Wheaton. So, I mean, that already deducts 100 IQ points. But you don't see the own flaw in your logic that if you mute the people who are giving you attention, they're going to stop giving you attention because you can't see that they're giving you attention? My God! Their attacks on me were because of Calgary Expo and what I wrote on my blog, with no response from me, and now including Will Wheaton in this. Remember, if you're saying something shitty to me, I'm muting you and donating you to a feminist cause on your behalf. Even though it's now quiet because you muted all of them. My God. She also tweeted at Twitter, whose general counsel, I'm not going to say that name. I can't. Recently name-checked Gamergate in her Washington Post piece about online abuse. These users often hide behind the veil of anonymity on Twitter and create multiple accounts expressly for the purpose of intimidating and silence people. We have seen this behavior time and time again, including Gamergate and other incidents involving both public figures and other individuals. So we are changing our approach to this problem. In some ways, that won't be readily apparent, and other ways that will be. You mean like the fucking block bots that you did? You did that fucking shit on me. And all I was doing was posting about my book, my free ebook in connection to my charity to try to raise money because I can't work. I'm an actual fucking person in need, and you are sucking the cock of Anita Sarkeesian, who doesn't need a fucking cent. You prevented me from posting things about my book. My fucking book. It's not hurting anyone. It doesn't even deal with feminism or Gamergate. And for several hours, I couldn't make any more posts about my fucking book. I didn't even tweet 100 people, and that's between both of my Twitter accounts. Dear Twitter and @support, this is what I'm talking about and why the donations on their behalf go to a good cause. They don't go to a fucking good cause. All you're doing is feeding a rich cunt more money. The donations have doubled in such a short amount of time. Thanks, guys. Feminist Frequency will be so happy you're supporting them. Wait a minute. At 1:15 p.m. you say this, but let's go back to where was it? 12:42 p.m. Funny how quiet it got. So it got quiet, but then it got busy again. So you're not making a whole lot of sense here, which makes me think you're making this shit up. Or there's some sort of sock puppet accounts that you and your boyfriend Anita Sarkeesian made up to harass you so you can be justified in giving money to Anita Sarkeesian. Instead of just saying, you know what, I'm giving money to Anita Sarkeesian because I support what she's doing. You know, at least when people donate to me, they're donating to my cause. They're not doing a whole song and dance of, oh, people are disrespecting Mad Cat, so every time someone disrespects Mad Cat, I'm going to give $1 to him. All you're doing is you're turning charity into a game. A stupid, selfish game. It's safe to assume I've hit the $1,000 mark to donate to Feminist Frequency. I'm adding $1,000 to Rain 01 and $1,000 to ACLU. Good prevails. Wait a minute. What the fuck is this now? So you did a whole song and dance for Feminist Frequency, but you're going to go ahead and donate $1,000 to Rain and the ACLU? So if you could just easily donate to those without a song and dance, that seems to mean that you can donate to Feminist Frequency without a song and dance. So you just wanted the attention. That's why I'm calling you a whore. You are a fucking whore. Whore, 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 whore. In case you didn't catch it, I'm calling you a whore because you're trying to get attention for yourself for something you are already going to do. You're already going to do this and decided to use, oh, I'm being a victim, to try to add more to the victim narrative that you have, to add more to the threat narrative, and try to find a way to insult Gamergate in the process. Don't think that we don't see through what you're trying to do. Don't think that you're clever. I suspect I've heard from a lot more people than Ann Wheaton muted today if in fact I hadn't spent the last several months muting Jerk. I know I gave him a girly voice, but, you know, he's acting like a little bitch. Ann Wheaton. I think I've muted 10 people in the last 2 years, but at least 1,500 people in the last 3 days. At least it supported good causes. It didn't support good causes. You're just using it as an excuse. That's like me saying that every molecule of air I breathe, I'm going to donate a pittance to the honey badgers. I'm already going to breathe. I'm already going to do that. It's not like I wasn't breathing before. So if I'm going to donate anything to the honey badgers, I'm just going to fucking say it. Not that I have anything I can donate to them other than my time and my writing expertise, but I don't, you know, do a whole song and dance about how, oh, well, you know, all these feminists are being mean to me. So every time a feminist is mean to me, I write another word for the honey badgers. And I already have 2 full articles on the honey badger site, because all that does is make a victim of myself so people can feel sorry for me and make me look like, you know, something more than I am. You're not a charitable person. You're a fucking whore. And I know I keep using that word a lot, but it fits. If the flood of hatred spewed my way over the past few days, I have seen the sweet and supportive tweets as well. Thank you for that. Oh, people want to suck your dick too now? So they don't have to, so, you know, if you did it like every sweet tweet that I got, you would do it. That's something a little bit better, but I'd still call bullshit on it. But all right, so let's go ahead and take a look at some of these comments. Yeah, I'm not going to post to you, Mary Seuss. So let's take a look at some comments. We've got a lot of comments for this. Let me go ahead and refresh first. Come on, load up. Loading, 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 loading. There we go. What a great thing to wake up to. What's that song? The best thing about waking up is the stupid shit feminists say. I'll make it work. She handled the Gamergators with class, but I was still infuriated to see someone as kind as Anne getting attacked like that over a freaking paragraph over her blog. She left herself open to criticism. That's what happens when you post things online. I'm sure I'm going to get criticized for this, but I'm not going to be delusional to think that no one's going to criticize me or that anyone's wrong for doing so. You put something out open like that, people are going to address it. Don't you know it's about ethics and... It's actually about ethics and... Fart. Wow, such maturity. Well, he is Mr. Insecure and some guy, so I mean... I'm really sad that I already took my business law and ethics class, because then I could really be... Actually, it's about ethics and business management while holding my book. Makes no sense. Actually, it's about sexist repression of free speech. Wait, That's not right, or is it? Free speech doesn't include the right to be heard by someone you're calling a bitch on Twitter. Actually, it does. You have the right to call anyone you want a bitch. That doesn't mean they have a right to listen to it, though. I think Chris is saying doesn't include the right to be heard, and you saying doesn't mean they have a right to be listened, though. They are essentially the same thing. Let's actually get something. Super LOL. Office door was open. Womp womp. And such a minor, understated, classy paragraph, too. I'm happy with how she handled it, but sad she had to go through that. You're fucking sad for that? You know, I don't exactly see Ann Wheaton crying about the harassment she received, but at worst, Anne received negative comments. Allison Tiemann got fucking kicked out of the Calgary Expo along with other members. But worse than that, she's not allowed to go back next year. She's not allowed to go to any of them hosted by that company. It would be one thing if they talked to her and reprimanded her and said, look, you know, we can't have you go to any more talks, you know, but they went full they just went to the full extreme on her. And you're like, oh, well, that's good that they did that, but so bad that someone spoke mean to our God's wife. But you're just asking questions regardless, right? Yeah, I don't see how anyone could be so upset about what she said either. Mind boggling. These nut jobs are just looking for reasons to be offended. Since the big story of the expo was the removal of the Honey Badger Brigade, I suspect people assumed she was referring to them when she mentioned people who look for opportunities to try to be hurtful and harmful, since they're a civilized group that would border on slander and upset many people. I'm sure she must have been talking about isolated jerks at the expo who were booted and not that booth. And the twisted harassment stemmed from a big misunderstanding. I think he's kind of in support here. Nope, that counts. Gamergators and Honey Badgers. They're a hate group, plain and simple. They bring nothing to the table but hate. Always have, always will. I invite you to come check out a Honey Badger video and actually listen. Take the Q-tips out of your fucking ear, you dyke, and actually listen. So you don't just believe that Gamergate started as an excuse to harass women, but have every single person who has ever joined them, including the female comic writer who headed that booth, did so for the reason, and not for a single one of them cared about things of freedom of expression or journalistic integrity. All of those people, including the women, just hate women, huh? Well, I guess if you're going to completely avoid critical thinking and just parrot your preconceived conclusion, there's no point in talking to you. Yep, pretty much. You probably shouldn't have posted that. You're trying to use someone who's called women voting feminist first act a female supremacy and argues that men are inherently morally superior as an examples of women who isn't misogynistic. Oh my God, I'm dying. Literally, women giving themselves the same right as men is them trying to be superior to men. For example, 2 plus 2 equals, yeah, there's a whole lot of discussion here. So, um, what I'm going to do now is change things up a bit. Let's get this up. So we'll stop the screen share. We'll go to YouTube. A game feminist. So she's not just a gamer. She's not just a feminist. She's a game feminist. So what we're hearing here is that they were already biased. They already felt that these games were bad. So, I mean, their reaction to something they already think is bad, ooh, daring. Now, I want you to pay attention here to what's going on here. I don't know if you can see this or not, or listen to it, and I don't know if I'm just kind of talking to myself right now, but so in this feminists play Grand Theft Auto for the first time, they're biased first and foremost that, oh, I already heard it was a bad game about prostitutes and killing people. But at this point, they're going around and killing people and running people over, and they're just laughing like, ha ha ha, oh, that's so fun. I see why people like this game. You're not going to accomplish anything sexist in the game, even though you just killed a bunch of men. Think about that statement. You would think she's never seen tits before. I mean, being a female and all. What is this game? Oh my god, tits! It's an adult game, but oh my god, tits! I've never seen tits before. I always close my eyes when I put my bra on in the morning. So, are you telling me that no human woman strips? Is that what you're saying? Okay, strippers of the world. Feminists have officially declared you're not human. I'll say that again. Feminists of the world, the feminists don't think you're human. Yeah, it looks like this video is not really loading up, so let me go back to screen share. Oh wait, that's my channel. So yeah, no one's commenting.
Myself as, you know, your typical average everyday Jane feminist.
I've heard about prostitutes and about racing cars and beating people up. I know that GTA is a satire on American culture. It's a game just full of like terrible, shitty things happening to women.
Yeah, let's shoot some people. So I shot 3 people in front of a hospital. I'm badass.
Hey, come back here. Come here.
Yeah, she's badass for shooting people.
Come here, I'm gonna shoot you. Don't move. Dog, can I adopt that?
Yeah, she hunt down a person to shoot.
That dog and like move Echo Park.
Oh my god, the cops are after me. I just killed somebody. Oh, I'm gonna die.
Okay. I think I just got knocked out. I'm not going to accomplish anything sexist in this game because I'm just going to be dead. I'm at a strip club.
You know, it's possible to play the game and not kill people, not get into fights, and still do the supposed sexist things, which means that you would have to have gone out of your way to do those things to keep getting killed. Just a thought.
Vanilla Unicorn Gentlemen's Club, horny girls, it says. Great. Let's see what else it says. Premium Lounge.
Well, oh my god. It's tits.
Oh my god, tits.
Everywhere. What is this game?
This is so weird. This would be appealing to someone who's never spoken to a human woman.
Strippers are not human.
Oh my god. This is horrible. What? No. If anyone has ever been to a strip club, you're not supposed to touch.
Have you been to a strip club? I mean, you're already saying that strippers are not human. So have you been to a strip club? And what she's about to say is that you can't touch them. And many strip clubs, that is true. You can't touch the girls. But many others, you can. It depends on which ones you go to. Not all strip clubs are like that. See what I did there?
The strippers, bro.
No.
If you were like going through your formative years and this was your only experience with women, it would be really, really damaging and weird.
How many men actually have that experience for their formative years with women? As that being their only experience with women? Wow, you're just stupid.
I wrote a blog post a while ago about why I hate video games. Because this is what it does. It appeals to like the male fantasy.
Says a woman who enjoyed killing people in a fucking video game.
We're picking up a prostitute. Hi, sweetie.
I killed her.
Oh my god, you killed her. You think that if you really cared about her so much, you would have been a lot more careful. Instead, you were very careless, weren't you? You don't really care. You just want to complain.
Get up. Oh, you want a little bonfire with the prostitute? I want to show her a nice time. I wonder if this could be like a
Oh, strippers are bad, but prostitutes are okay. I want to show her a good time. You can't be disgusted by it. You can't be like, I can't believe I have to like sleep with a prostitute. It's so demeaning to women. I want to show her a good time.
Women's situation because like they're not kissing on the mouth. No! The whole thing is vibrating. You just finished. Oh, if I kill her, I get my money back. That's really like sad. It's all just kind of sad. Now, if you went and had a nice time with sex workers, that'd be fine. That's a great thing to do. Just don't beat the shit out of them and then like run from cops.
Yeah, I actually had a lot of fun.
But I'm a little disappointed at the lack of like any strong female characters. But all of it was fun in a way that I know.
But I definitely enjoyed the part where I got to kill people.
Oh, is terrible. These games, much like the rest of the media, cater so much. So
let me close it out, and I'm only showing this screen because that's just the next one that opened up. So I'm going to go ahead and end this here. This video here, it's disheartening, and I hope that you heard it, and if not, go ahead and watch it for yourself. But honestly, killing men is okay, but showing girls' tits is wrong. Strippers are not human. And it's okay to be with a prostitute so long as you show her a good time. I mean, yeah, I'll agree it's bad to beat up a prostitute and take her money, but that's the dynamics of the game. In fact, most people don't do that. It's been shown that even when people have the option to do something, they tend not to do it. It's when you don't give them the option to do it that they tend to want to do it. And that's the beauty of these games. Go and actually learn psychology and not the feminist biased psychology you learn. I mean, it has, even Thunderfoot has proven that a feature within a game is not used People don't do it because there are consequences to those actions. And that's the one thing you're not exploring. Yeah, you can beat up a prostitute, but there's a consequence to that action. You run the risk of getting arrested. Ooh, don't really think about that, do you? Don't really talk about that, do you? Didn't really notice that, did you? No, you're too busy just sitting there like, oh, I killed 3 people. Get over here. I'm trying to shoot you. This is the problem with feminism. This is a problem with our culture. It's okay to hurt men. It's okay to kill men. But to even show tits is so fundamentally wrong. So that does it for me today. I'm going to go ahead and sign off. Thank you for watching, and I'll do more of these videos as I find new things to be angry about. This is Mad Cat signing off.